Cleave is my first book of poetry, and this was a labor of love and work that I've been working on for the past 10 years. Some of these poems I started writing while I was still a student in college and have been kind of working on in an ongoing way through over the years. And in many ways, I think the book was a way for me to finally take some ownership over my own story. As a transnational and transracial adoptee, there's so much unknown about where we come from and how we got here. And the process of writing the book was a way for me to really ask questions and take some agency back for myself and for the baby that I was when I first arrived. So I was born in South Korea and arrived to the United States when I was 6 months old. And I was raised in a suburb of New York City on Long Island by a very Catholic, conservative family. And though I felt very loved and supported by my family, I think there was always this sense of loss or confusion about my identity as a young Korean kid in predominantly white spaces. And I turned to poetry as a way to make sense of that and to interrogate it and to begin to carve out my own understanding and my own kind of to use poetry as a way to project a reality and understanding of my life that was entirely my own. So I'm going to read the first poem in the book, which is called Shin, which is the Korean name that I was given and that was promptly changed when I arrived to the United States. And it's a name that I've felt very complicated about throughout my life. I think I spent the majority of my childhood and adolescence really resisting this name as being kind of foreign and alien to me. And through the process of writing this poem, I really began to be able to reclaim this name and see it as a source of empowerment and connection rather than disconnection. Shin. Written on the white slip at the bottom of a Polaroid cut off by the frame, a name. Many years passed before I learned surnames come first in Korea. I rode my bicycle in circles around this reversal. For years, my skin leaped from shadow to shadow. I drank the darkness, or the darkness drank me, but what's the difference when your veins are full of haunting? One day, I will walk the narrow streets of many cities full of ice freshly frozen. I will hike through forests of windstorms newly risen. I will learn and forget the names of many trees, of tea leaves plucked too early in the season. I will orbit the earth like a moon, searching for its shadow. Where does a moon find its planet? Or is it the other way around? To be a recently hatched egg moon, curved shell pinned to the sky, I've spent my whole life in orbit of other people's light, celestial satellite in ceaseless wane. How much can you learn from a stranger's surname? A young animal crawls its way out of the womb, stretches its legs, and feels cold for the very first time.